Here's a rewritten version of your text, keeping the narrative structure and emotional depth intact, but refining the language for clarity, flow, and engagement. The revised version maintains the original tone, captures the suspense and emotional complexity, and integrates the call to action at the end. I've also tightened the prose to make it more concise, while preserving the vivid imagery and introspective moments. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Your support helps us share more gripping stories like this one. It was supposed to be just another quiet Saturday evening, the kind where the house feels like a cozy bubble, shielded from the chaos of the world. I tidied up, brewed a steaming cup of tea, and sank into the sofa, craving a rare moment of peace. The house was unusually still. My partner was in the kitchen, humming faintly, the scent of dinner lingering in the air. The kids were out with friends, leaving an almost eerie calm. For a fleeting moment, everything felt perfect, almost too perfect. But then, a faint unease crept in, like a shadow at the edge of my mind. You know that feeling when something's off, but you can't pinpoint why? The air felt heavier, thicker. Deep down, I sensed this night wouldn't stay ordinary. In recent weeks, I'd noticed subtle changes in my partner. He was different, distant. His phone was always in his hand, his smiles fleeting, his eyes fixed on messages I never saw. He'd frown at things he didn't explain. At first, I brushed it off, work stress, maybe, or the grind of daily life. But the signs piled up, a sigh, a nervous twitch, a guarded glance. He was hiding something. As I sipped my tea, a sound broke the silence. Faint, rhythmic, deliberate, coming from upstairs. I froze. It could have been the wind rattling a window or the old pipes groaning, but then it came again, slow, intentional. My eyes darted to the hallway, and that's when I saw it. Liam's door, slightly ajar. It should have been closed. It always was. My heart pounded. I told myself to ignore it, to respect his space, but a voice inside urged, "Go look." Each step up the stairs felt heavier, the house growing quieter, shadows stretching across the walls. My hand trembled as it hovered over the doorknob. I knew whatever lay behind that door would change everything. I pushed it open just a crack. A soft glow from a lamp spilled across the room. My eyes adjusted, scanning the shadows until they found him, Liam. What I saw stopped me cold. He was caught in something deeply private, something I was never meant to witness. Shock surged through me, sharp and electric. My breath caught. I wanted to slam the door and pretend I hadn't seen, but I didn't. I stayed, and the air between us thickened with unspoken tension. Then he looked up. Our eyes locked. In that single glance, the fragile wall of secrecy shattered. His face burned with fear, embarrassment, desperation. A storm of emotions churned inside me, shock, confusion, and a curiosity I despised myself for feeling. Neither of us spoke. The room seemed to shrink, trapping us in a silence louder than any scream. Finally, he whispered, "I didn't mean for you to see that." His words spilled out, broken excuses, apologies, explanations that didn't add up. "It's not what it looks like," he stammered. But I wasn't angry. Not yet. What I felt was more complex, betrayal tangled with an unsettling urge to understand. Why? Why now? I thought of every moment of trust we'd shared, every late-night talk when I thought I knew him. Now, that trust cracked under the weight of this moment. After stumbling through half-sentences, he said it. "I feel invisible. Like I don't matter. Like nothing I do is enough." Loneliness. That word broke me. I knew it too well, buried beneath routines, smiles, and laughter. I knew what it meant to feel unseen, even in a crowded room. He wasn't just confessing, he was pleading for connection, for someone to hear him. Against every instinct, every boundary I thought I had, I listened. "You're not the only one who feels this way," I whispered, almost before I realized I'd spoken. His eyes widened, relief, curiosity, hope flickering in them. The room grew heavier, as if the walls leaned in to eavesdrop. I should have left, drawn a line, walked away. But I didn't. I stayed because, deep down, I was just as desperate for connection. We sat in silence, not the comfortable kind, but the kind that presses against your chest, demanding answers. He fidgeted. I steadied my breath and placed a hand on his arm, not to cross a line, but to say, "You're not alone. You matter," I said softly, even if it doesn't feel like it. His eyes glistened. For the first time, I saw him not as a betrayer, but as someone broken, human, vulnerable. And maybe I saw myself too. Later, the house was quiet again, too quiet. I wandered from room to room, haunted by what had happened. His eyes, his cracked voice, his raw confession replayed in my mind. Helping someone in their most vulnerable moment is powerful, but it's dangerous. When loneliness meets loneliness, when brokenness meets brokenness, lines blur. And that night, they blurred forever. What would you have done in my place? Would you have walked away the moment you saw too much? Or would you have stayed, risking everything? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. This version sharpens the pacing, enhances the emotional tension, and maintains the introspective tone while making the narrative more engaging and concise. The call to action is seamlessly integrated, and the final question invites reader engagement as requested. Let me know if you'd like further tweaks or adjustments.